In a case that's gaining national attention, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, an undocumented immigrant who was wrongfully deported to El Salvador, is now back in the United States and preparing to appear in court in Tennessee. His story is a tangled intersection of immigration policy, legal missteps, and serious allegations, but also one where the legal system appears to be questioning the evidence behind the government's case. Abrego Garcia's situation became controversial after he was deported earlier this year to El Salvador's CECOT mega prison. Despite a 2019 court order explicitly barring his removal due to credible fears of persecution, the Trump administration at the time claimed that Abrego Garcia was affiliated with the notorious MS-13 gang. However, his family and legal team vehemently deny these claims, calling the deportation an egregious error. After prolonged legal battles and public pressure, Abrego Garcia was returned to the U.S. earlier this month. He now faces federal charges of allegedly transporting undocumented migrants within U.S. borders during his time living in Maryland, a charge to which he has pleaded not guilty. In a significant development this week, U.S. Magistrate Judge Barbara Holmes ruled that he should not be detained while awaiting trial. She said the government failed to show a credible risk that he would flee or obstruct justice. But despite the judge's decision, Abrego Garcia is not expected to walk free. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, that is, ICE, is likely to detain him based on an immigration detainer that remains active. Judge Holmes even referred to her own ruling as little more than an academic exercise, due to the near certainty of ICE's involvement. In her 51-page ruling, Judge Holmes dissected the government's evidence, much of which she noted was double hearsay. Two cooperating witnesses provided conflicting statements, one suggesting Abrego Garcia may be an MS-13, and another saying that in over a decade of knowing him, there was no indication, no tattoos, no signs, that he had gang affiliations. Furthermore, Holmes pointed out that the government's claim of Abrego being a long-time, well-known member of MS-13 did not align with the fact that he had no criminal record, nor the kind of violent background typically associated with such a gang. The situation highlights a troubling pattern where immigration enforcement and criminal prosecution seem to collide without clear and convincing evidence. Advocates and legal experts are closely watching how the case unfolds, especially as it reveals gaps in the system that can profoundly affect lives. Whether Kilmar Abrego Garcia will face justice or continued detention remains to be seen, but what's clear is that this case is more complex than it initially appeared, and far from over. Stay subscribed for more videos.